So we want to explain to you what the actual physics of vibration becoming reality is. How do thoughts turn to things? How do vibrations turn to thoughts, and how do thoughts turn to things? How does this time-space reality evolve as it does? If it is a vibrational reality, Abraham, then how is it that I can see it and hear it and smell it and taste it and touch it? Because your eyes translate. Your eyes are vibrational translators. So is your nose and your fingertips and your tongue and your ears. You are translating the vibration. So here's this vibration, and let's say that it is your inner being, source, God, call it whatever you want. It's the non-physical version of you. It's a non-physical point of view of you. It's a non-physical knowledge of who you are. It's a non-physical knowledge of the expanded version of you. It's a vibrational consciousness that knows. It is knowing. It is all-knowing. It is a vibrational consciousness of knowing. And it's vibrating here. Now, are you seeing it? No. Are you hearing it? No. Are you smelling it? No. Tasting it? No. Touching it? No. It's a vibrational version that you could do all of those things with. You're just not yet. You're just not yet. When Source puts consciousness in the rose, you can smell it. In other words, all of that consciousness is being experienced by you in so many different ways. But this is a new thought. This is a new thought about you. This is a new thought about you that you just launched because of something that you lived. And you're not ready to receive it vibrationally, but it's there. It's there. So now we have a really important question for you. If a tree falls in the forest and there's no one there to hear it, did it make a sound? And the answer to that question is no. Because sound is the word that is applied when something that is physical translates a vibration into something meaningful. And if there were no ears there to do the translation, then there could not have been sound. There could have been vibration, but no sound. The sound happened in the receiving mode. Are you getting what we're saying to you? So here's this consciousness. Here's consciousness knowing about you, all knowing about you, offering a vibration. And it fell over in the forest. Did you hear it? No. So when you are in the receiving mode, let's say that you woke up happy today and you didn't do anything to change that. You didn't remember yesterday yet. So there you are, offering a vibration, feeling good. Maybe you meditated, you're feeling good. So there's nothing happening in your vibration that is resisting this vibration of source consciousness. So now you are in the receiving mode and you think a thought. You say, oh man, I just got the best idea. And with that idea comes an emotion of elation, an emotion of clarity. That's the first step in vibration turning to thoughts, to things. In other words, this is the beginning of the translation of vibration into something. This is the gap that we're wanting you to consciously begin to close. Now, if you're in a bad mood, if someone mistreated you and you're thinking about it, if you woke up thinking about it, if you've already written an email about it, if you've been on the phone talking to your best friend about it, if you wrote it in your diary, in other words, if you've been thinking about it, if you've been thinking about that injustice that happened yesterday, and now you're off on a tangent, yeah, that's not the first person that's done that to me, won't be the last. And so you're down the road on all that vibration, then you're nowhere near the vibrational signal of this pure positive energy of the source within you, so you're not getting any of that reception. The reception that you're getting is of a different nature. It's the spin-off of man's conscious thought. You see what we're getting at? So as we're moving forward here today, we want to show you how you can live happily ever after. We want you to make peace with contrast. We want you to understand that contrast matters, that contrast and variety are necessary for you to focus your desires into being. We just think it would be such a wonderful idea for you and such a good experience for you if once you've launched those rockets of desire and you have, your vortex is so full it would take you 20 or 30 lifetimes to realize it all. It would be such a good idea if you could understand the laws of the universe, and understand the progress that you've already made, and understand the 1, 2, 3 step process of creation. Step 1 is contrast causes you to ask, and you've been doing it for a long time, and you're still doing it all day, every day. Step 2, source receives the requests that you have asked and becomes the vibrational embodiment of them, and never ceases offering a signal about all of that, which equals your path of least resistance, which is step 3. Are you allowing yourself to go, or are you arguing for your limitations? Are you allowing yourself to go, or are you explaining what is instead? Are you allowing yourself to go, or are you defending why you haven't been going, or explaining how many other people are standing in the same spot with you and they're not able to go either? So as we're moving forward today, it's our desire to help you to sort of loosen up and let go of those patterns of thought. We would never ask you to stop thinking the thoughts you're thinking. It's not even vibrationally possible, because law of attraction is bringing to you plenty of evidence and support for the beliefs you hold. That's why you keep believing them. You believe it, and so law of attraction gives you more of it, because law of attraction says that which is likened to itself is drawn. Esther would say to us, especially in the beginning, "But Abraham, it's true." And we said, "What's that got to do with anything? There are a lot of things that you don't want that are true. Don't focus upon them. This is an inclusion-based universe. When you look at wanted and say yes to it, you include it. When you look at unwanted and shout no at it, you include it. You can't turn it off with no. You can only turn it off by saying yes to something else. You can only turn off what you don't want by giving your attention to what you do want, you see. So we know it takes some adjustment. It takes some reorientation. It takes some caring about how you feel. It takes some understanding about the laws of the universe. It takes, in many cases, some faith, some willingness to believe something that you can't actually prove to yourself this red hot minute, except that law of attraction will give you evidence all day, every day. Focus on something and watch it show up over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And stop giving your attention to something and watch it fade from your experience altogether. It's just this powerful understanding about law of attraction. We're eager to talk with you about anything that matters to you. There is nothing off limits here. You will notice a perfect unfolding as together we will accomplish a complete satisfaction of everything that's on your mind, because you've already put it into the vortex, and we're already standing over here with it. And we know exactly where you are in relationship to what you want. And so let's have some fun. What do you want to talk about? You are way too much trouble. We're going to have a wonderful time. Take it easy. If we don't call on you right away or ever, don't worry about it.
Good morning.
It is.
So my question or desire for a greater knowing is about allowing. I remember in the past there was the laws given, the law of attraction, that which like itself is drawn unto itself, the law of creation. If you intend something and allow it to be, it must be. And then what was the law of allowing?
Well, allowing is being in the receptive mode. Allowing is recognizing that you've already set it into motion. It already exists vibrationally, but you've got to be in vibrational sync with it in order to realize it. In other words, we can know it. We can know it. Our friend knows it. We can know it. But for you to know it, you've got to be vibrationally up to speed with it. That's all that the allowing mode is, the receptive mode.
So allowing, look, as when I sat down in this chair, I didn't think about that this chair was going to support me. I knew it wasn't a thought. Like with that kind of faith or with that kind of knowing is what you consider to be, or what I need to experience as allowing, by identifying with myself as a human form. In past cases, there's been a lot of lack, a lot of fear, a lot of, worry and doubt and stuff like that.
A lot of disallowing.
A lot of disallowing. But I started a process where I would not focus on my physical self, but focus on my vibrational self, my eternal self, my true self, which is abundant and pure.
So what you're saying to us, and this is really good, you found a way to focus yourself on the same subject, but around the obstacles of disallowing, by going general enough that there was no resistance in the thought.
Yes.
Good.
All right, then that basically was the confirmation I was desiring, that that's a good process or a good method to use when thinking about wealth, right? I tend to receive an abundance of money. I tend to include abundance of dollars in my experience, right?
This is the nice thing about what we were saying to you already this morning. And you're helping us say it in an even more clear way with the examples that you are offering here. So let's say that your desire, as you say, life has caused you to put a tremendous amount of wealth into your vibrational reality. But now you're getting a little impatient. You're saying, all right, Abraham, I get it. It's in my vortex. How do I get the money out of the vortex and into the bank? How does the vibration become a reality for me? And we say, well, you've got to get yourself in the receptive mode so that the impulses that begin to occur to you, so that you can follow the path toward the resources and the abundance that you're wanting. But let's say you are like a lot of people, and the condition of your current bank account has your undivided attention. So you just keep noticing the money's just not there. In fact, there's just not enough money. So then we say, and others have been saying it for a long time too, although almost no one really understands what it means. We want you to have unconditional love. We want you to have unconditional abundance. We want you to have unconditional clarity, which means we want you to no longer focus upon the condition that's preventing you from the receptive mode. Because the condition, you're facing the reality. You're facing the condition, and the condition is causing you to activate a vibration that is contrary to the vibrational reality that you want. So you can't get in the receptive mode because you're too much in the see it, hear it, smell it, taste it, touch it reality mode. So you've got to find a way to be unconditional. Now that's the reason that we began with you this morning the way we did. So here's all of this abundance over here. It is consciousness, and it is abundance, and it is yours. It's got your name on it. It's yours. You put it there. It's been assimilated for you. It is your wealth. It's yours. But you can't see it because you're over here looking at your bank statement. So we say, don't look at that anymore. You've got to find a way to no longer look at the condition of money. You've got to find another way of translating that vibration into what? Into an emotion, into a feeling of freedom, into a feeling of ease, into a feeling of choices, into a feeling. In other words, don't try to spend it right now. Just enjoy the feeling of the prosperity of it. Now, if you're able to do that, then you'll practice the vibration of it instead of the vibration of the absence of it. And in your unconditionality, you will find yourself a vibrational match to this. So as you find yourself a vibrational match to this, then ideas come. Your timing gets better. Your rendezvousing gets better. Your point of attraction gets better. Things start breaking loose for you. Opportunities start coming. All kinds of things. Because, you see, the universe, your source, your inner being, knows every avenue. In fact, in every moment, there are 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 viable, receptive mode avenues for you to follow. But if you're focused upon how much money's in the bank, then in your conditional attention, the trees falling all around you in the forest, and you're not hearing any of it because you're not vibrationally in sync with it, because your facing reality has you in a whole different frequency. it'll never be said more clearly than that.